Today we're going to be testing some more stuff that TikTok has made me want to try. Hello everyone, welcome back. Some of these things I've had repeated ads for and they're basically trying to force me to try them. So that is what I'm going to do today. The first brand that I'm going to talk about that have some lovely TikToks that make me want to buy everything on their website is Regal Rose, which is actually the jewellery that I'm currently wearing now. They are sponsoring this part of the video, which I'm super excited about because I have been a customer of Regal Rose for years. I have actually worked with them before, but today I've picked out some new pieces, which I'm going to show you now. Their jewellery is beautiful quality. They have such gorgeous designs, like a real nice mix of some chunky, more sort of like gothic bold pieces and also some more sort of like delicate stuff. I've kind of picked out a combination of the two really. And a lot of the jewellery that I wear anyway, especially my earrings, I'm wearing Regal Rose all the time. But in today's video I have actually switched it up because I've picked out some new bits from some of their newer collections. I do have a discount code which is QueenSOPH. I will leave it on the screen and it gets you 20% off. Most of their jewellery pieces you can choose from either silver or gold plated. I tend to go for the gold plated ones because I love a bit of gold. I went for these little love hearts which are on some gold hoops. These ones are really cute and dainty and they have a matching ring as well, which I've also got on here. And then I also picked out these black and gold star hoops. And then like I said, I have these gorgeous rings. The detail in their jewellery is so stunning. Like this ring in particular, if you actually look up close at it, it's got the most delicate little details. I've got this one here, which when you kind of look at it from far away, it just looks like a gold band, but it's actually got little skulls and stars on it. And little fun fact about me, I used to be obsessed with skull stuff when I was younger. I blame Avril Lavigne. So it has the skulls and the little starbursts. I then have this stunning little opal ring which has got these tiny little gemstones on it which looks so stunning, and then like two little moons, and then these two on my middle finger. The first one has got little roses on it or like flowers, and then the second one is just a very thin dainty star ring with little starbursts. I also have two necklaces. This first one is a really cool layered necklace, but it's kind of like connected at the different points. You can wear this a little bit tighter because it's adjustable at the back. You can wear it as more of a choker and kind of like have it a little bit tighter on your neck, and then the main charm on the end of it is this little sort of like black cross, I guess it is, with like a gemstone in the middle. Or you can wear it like I am. I've got it on a little bit longer so that it sits as more of a necklace than a choker. And then same as this piece as well, which is from the same collection. This one is, again, it's advertised as a choker, but you can wear it a little bit longer. But let me just show you what this looks like on, because this one has the exact same little charm. That is what this one looks like on. Or you can put it on the longer setting. So obviously it depends on the size of your neck, but this is as long as it goes on me, so it's just like a cute little short necklace with the little gem on the end. I'm just going to take that one off because I feel like with this it's a bit much. They have stuff that's a little bit different, and I love jewellery that's a little bit different. I would just say if you're going for the gold plated, keep the rings away from like chemicals and stuff, and like if you're washing your hands, take them off just to protect the gold plating as much as possible because it is quite delicate. With the recent necklaces and earrings that I've had from them, I've worn them for like months on end and I haven't found that they've changed colour at all, which is great, and I'm really happy with all of the jewellery pieces that I've had from Regal Rose. You can get them in these little pouches, or some of them come in little sort of like cardboard pouches. Some of them also come in these little branded ring boxes, but if you wanted to reduce the amount of packaging, if you're just buying for yourself, they do have an eco packaging mode where you can just select everything to be put into one package and one little pouch. But I love their jewellery. I think it's great. Like I said, I've been a customer of theirs for years, so it's always really cool to get to work with them. I don't know why I just held up my rings as I did that. Maybe to just show them off. So if you want to go and have a little browse on their website and just have a look at some of the things that they've got, because they've got way more than these, then I will leave a link down below in the description box. Thank you to Regal Rose for sponsoring that part of the video. On to the next one. Oh, there's a story about this one. I nearly got scammed. This is why you have to be so careful on TikTok, because sometimes there are ads that will pop up and they've taken people's footage and they're using it in their ads, and I actually fell for one of those. I have been victim of brands using clips of me and stealing them and putting them in their mascara ads, and this time round I was one of the people that didn't even realise that I was buying from a brand that had stolen other people's clips. It's the same device, so I guess it's slightly different, because in the mascara ones I'm literally not using their mascara, but this is a facial massaging device, and I kept getting adverts for this pop up on my TikTok, so I decided to order one, and it was from a website called Chickall, I think. Since I've ordered this, and luckily mine arrived, this website no longer exists, and they have reviews on Trustpilot of people being like, do not buy from here, it's a scam, my order didn't arrive, they took my money, the product was broken. At least I got my item, but I did pay $29.99 for this. Something that I did think was a little bit suspicious is you could pay $2.99 instead of $9.99 for prioritized customer service. Should customer support not just come with the item anyway? These kind of devices, they are everywhere. There's no brand actually printed on it. They all seem to be the same thing, and it's just a kind of drop skipping drop shipping scheme. And as it turns out, there seems to be a brand on TikTok called Commodity Skin Co, which has a lot of followers. They've got a video with 25 million views, and that was the video that had stolen the clips that were in this advert. It seems to be the same kind of device. I don't know if this has got a brand name on it, but anyway, these are my thoughts. Sorry, how do people pull these off? This is the device. It does have a, it comes with a USB-C. Is that USB-C? This kind of like charging cable. But this is what it looks like. It has a button here to turn it on. And then it has, you can't really see because of the light. Oh, it started buzzing. You literally can't see in the light, but maybe if I hold it back here. There are different light settings. So at the moment it says it's level 1 LED and it says clean. And this is the green light. And this is supposed to help with like acne and stuff, I think. And then the red one says EMS, which I think is electromagnetic, one sec, electric muscle stimulation. So that is the second level, but it basically just buzzes more than the first, and as soon as it touches your skin it starts buzzing, which is pretty cool. And then the last one is blue, which is basically the most like vibrating setting, and that's supposed to remove wrinkles, repair damaged skin, and proliferate collagen, whatever that means. And I have to say, I've been using this on and off for the past few months, and I haven't really noticed any of the benefits of the LED lights, maybe because I'm not using it consistently every day, but the main thing that I like this for is just that it, like, the buzzing feels really good. But let's do this side of my face first. Ow. So this is my before. And you want to use some kind of like facial oil just so that it glides, and you don't want it to be like dragging on your skin. I mean, my face is slightly uneven anyway, but let's see if I can get more of like a chisel. I think it's pretty cool how it can tell that it's touching your skin and starts vibrating. And I kind of just like drag everything up towards my ear and then back down my neck. But you can Google like different sort of facial massage techniques. And I don't know if it's just a placebo effect, but when I do use this in the mornings, I feel like my makeup almost looks better. I feel like I'm more chiseled, but maybe it just lasts for 5 minutes, and maybe it's because I think that it's doing something when it's actually not really. I don't know, but I do like it. Like, it feels really good, and it feels like it is doing something. What it's doing, I'm not too sure. I really like to like get under my cheekbone with it. Let's put the red one on, second level. Yeah, I've got to say, the LED lights, I feel like they're not really strong enough to do much. I could be wrong. I know that LED light therapy can be really beneficial, but you do have to be consistent with it. But it makes my skin feel really good. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me and if it's just the placebo, but I feel like it does like chisel my face a little bit more, or just depuffs it a little bit. Do I have more of a cheekbone? I'm just going to do the exact same now on the other side and see if there's a difference all over. But the LED light thing, do I find that that works? I mean, so far not particularly, but the massaging effects actually feel really nice. I'm gonna put a before and after in, but I feel like it depuffs my face a little bit in the mornings. Let me know what you think. Overall, I actually quite like it. I think it's pretty good. So this is my before. So this is my after. So obviously I can't link you to this, and I can't recommend it because the brand obviously disappeared and was very dodgy. But these are now seemingly available everywhere, like the exact same ones, because like I said, it's just an unbranded thing. So if I can find it, I will link it down below. I think they're also a lot cheaper as well. Ooh, this one was controversial. So next is a brand called Jones Road. This is owned by Bobbi Brown, not Millie Bobby Brown, original Bobbi Brown. And they came out with this foundation, which is called What the Foundation. Last year sometime, it went viral on TikTok, and Meredith Duxbury, the girl that does the million layers of foundation, she tested this and she hated it, and the owner of the brand actually got back saying that she had applied it completely incorrectly, which I guess, you know, how was she to know that? You just kind of assume that a foundation is a foundation, but no, apparently not with this one. The way that you are supposed to apply this is with your fingers, and it's supposed to be kind of like a tinted moisturizer type thing. And more recently, I've seen a lot of people testing the Miracle Balm from Jones Road. It's like a balm product that has a little bit of tint that you put on your cheeks. And I've got to say, Jones Road did actually send me these in PR as gifted stuff, but that is not to say that I'm not going to be completely honest about what I think of these, because they look interesting. Thank you, Jones Road. It was very kind of you to send me this stuff. Let's see how they work for me. So I went for the shade Light in the foundation. This is what the packaging looks like. It's in a glass little thing, and straight off the bat, I've not done anything with this. This is what it looks like. So it looks a little bit funky looking. Apparently you sort of have to, in some instances, like mix this up a little bit. It's got like lumps in it, which is a little bit confusing, and I don't really like the feeling of lumpy foundation, but yeah, why is it? It's very lumpy. It smells like the Weleda skin food, which I'm a little bit concerned about because the fragrance of the Weleda skin food irritates my skin. So I'm just gonna give it a little mix. Yeah, it does feel very lumpy. And Bobbi Brown does recommend that you apply it with your fingers fingers. Can you see on my chin there's like a solid lump there? Let's go with one hand just so that I don't get a foundation over everything, but yeah, there's like these little lumps in it. Bizarre. I think the warmth of your fingers is supposed to help this kind of melt into your skin. It's almost like a balm. Oh boy, if you have oily skin, avoid. Okay, so far it seems to have given my skin a little bit of a tint. Let's blend it in on my forehead. And I think what Meredith did, she just like took tons of this foundation. She was trying to blend it in with a brush, and because it is more oily, you kind of need your fingers to like work it into your skin because it is that sort of like balmy texture. After first application, my skin is looking incredibly glowy. I mean, it didn't really give any coverage. If anything, it gave like a tiny bit of tint, maybe like a little tiny bit of coverage. I'm just going to see if it's buildable by adding a little bit more. I'm going to take some and put it on the back of my hand and mix it to see if those weird lumps will disappear. I don't know, can you see what I mean? The thing is, right, with this foundation, I have seen quite a few people say that it is marketed towards more mature skin. I've seen quite a few positive reviews of people that do have more mature skin and maybe with more fine lines, because they said that it doesn't kind of like emphasize the wrinkles, it doesn't emphasize the dryness, it just is quite hydrating, which I can definitely see. But what I do have to say is if you have oily skin, you are actually going to hate this. It feels very oily, sticky, which Bobbi Brown does say in her video, like, you may not like that. If you don't like your skin to feel like tacky, sticky, I could see people with extremely dry skin liking this. If you want coverage, this is not going to be the product for you. Oh my god, you know what it smells like? It smells like the Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream. It kind of feels like it too. Realistically, my skin does look great with it on. Like, it looks nice. It hasn't emphasized my pores, which is interesting. Like, it really does just look like my skin, but it's not really for me. But after seeing it on TikTok for so long, I'm very happy that I finally tried it. I'm just going to put on a little bit of concealer and bronzer, and then we will try the balmy blush things. I've got to say, my other cream products are blending out really, really nicely over the top of this. Let's try the blushes. Miracle Balms. I've got the shade Tawny and Flushed. The Tawny one is more of like a deep purple. Actually, it's more of a red. Flushed is more of a pink, like a rosy pink. And I did try and give this a go when it first arrived. But the thing is, it has this waxy layer on the top. And I was trying to show James like, oh, look at my new blush. And then nothing. Huh? Nothing. Then I had a look on Bobbi Brown's TikTok and she recommends that you have to break the product and the waxy seal to get the pigment, which I don't really understand, but she says to like use your knuckle to like, oh my god, I hate this. I actually hate it. I hate the feeling. Apparently that's what you're supposed to do. Why are we doing that? So now what do I do? Okay, so obviously now it has some pigment. Again, smells very sort of like florally fragrant. I'm just gonna dip in, I guess, to some of what's on the back of my hand and apply it straight onto my cheeks. I was concerned. I was like, surely you can't use this over the top of foundation, but no, she did say you can use it on its own on bare skin, or you can use it on top of foundation. So okay, I can see it a little bit. It's obviously not as dark as it looks in the pan. You can see a little bit of blush there. Let's just dab it on the other side. I mean, there is something there, but again, it literally feels like putting lip balm on your cheeks, which is what I knew I was signing up for. I was just really curious to try it. I've seen so many people trying it. It is showing up, but it is kind of moving about the foundation underneath. But I guess it's going to, because it's like an oily balm consistency. Like, what did I expect? And it's not cheap. Like, the foundation's 42 quid. This I think is 36. And you do get a lot of product in there. So if you love it, then great. But if you don't love it, let's put some on my lips. I just feel very slimy. It is actually a really pretty colour and I think it looks nice. The most positive comments that I was seeing, again, were from slightly older ladies in the comments, were saying that I don't really wear much makeup. They were saying I just want something to liven up my bare skin so I don't look so sort of like dull. So if you are somebody that doesn't really like wearing makeup and you like these kind of like no makeup products that just add a little hint of colour without looking overdone, then you might love this. But for me personally, I'm gonna pass on that. I don't really like them personally on myself, but it's not as bad as some of the TikTok reviews that I've seen. Like, bloody hell, they were going in. Okay, I've powdered my face and it still feels really sticky. Just added a bit of this Vive palette, the Dawn face palette. I think this brow gel, I've maybe had the most amount of ads for something ever in my life. It is the Refi Brow Tint Gel, and I got the shade medium brown. It was £14, and then you do have to pay for shipping. Oh no, wait, I think it was £16, and I think shipping was £4, so it came to like £20. 20 quid. And I've got to say, I do like the original Refi brow gel, and I love a tinted brow gel. I quite like putting on my tinted brow gel first and then filling in any gaps that I have left. Whoa! The tip of it looks like a little sea urchin, like that. It kind of looks a bit stringy, like you can see the product there. Oh my god, what a weird applicator. Why is it a little ball? Okay, first of all, I think you may struggle with this if you have really, really skinny eyebrows, because my eyebrows are quite thick naturally, but I think if you had really thin eyebrows, this would get a bit messy because the little ball thing is quite thick. I thought it was going to deposit loads of product actually, but it's not really, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh yeah, it gives the tiniest bit of tint. Okay, I'm kind of using the end of the ball applicator to apply more of the product into, excuse my dog, to apply more of the product into my eyebrow. So in terms of the actual colour itself, I was worried it might be a little bit too warm. I think it looks quite nice, like it's a pretty good shade. You can't be super precise with it, and so it's a little bit more difficult to control, but you definitely can see a difference there. My eyebrow looks nice. It's just like the tiniest little bit of tint. It's nothing too pigmented, which I quite like. If this was crazily pigmented, it would just make an absolute mess with the applicator. So it's probably a good thing that it's not super pigmented. What I'm kind of doing is using the end of the ball to apply the product, and then the rest of the, like the sides of it, to sort of spread it out evenly on my eyebrows. I really like the product. I think it's made my eyebrows look nice. It's sort of separated them out, and I really like that separated fluffy eyebrow look. You see what I mean? They look really nice. It's just a little bit more tricky to apply. I think if they swap this out for a slightly skinnier, regular sort of brow wand, then this would be like the perfect brow gel for me. Oh my god, it's dried down. They feel like they're stuck there. I like that, because a lot of my tinted brow gels don't really keep the hairs in place. Like, it feels like they're stuck. Do you know what I mean? I really like the actual product. I'm just not the craziest fan of the applicator because it's just a bit big. I'm just gonna add a couple more hairs with my Benefit brow pencil. This next thing, again, I have had so many ads for this. It is called ISO Clean. This is a brush cleanser. It looks really weird like this, but this bit kind of comes off, and then I think you use this little dish to dip your brushes in, and then I don't know what this tube is for, but this is the brush cleaner. Oh my god, I've had so many ads, like more ads than ever before. I think because ISO Clean added onto TikTok Shop, that makes a lot of sense, and people obviously want to make their commission on it, which is fair enough. It says pour it up to halfway, dip your brush in it, don't oversaturate it, swirl for 5 seconds, residue is removed and solution changes color, then you remove it from solution and squeeze the bristles with clean, dry paper towel until dry. I've had a similar thing like this before, which was like, I think it was called Studio Magic or Magic something or other, I can't remember, a blue one, which works amazingly. Let's see if this works just as well. Smells like straight up isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol. We're going to start with an eyeshadow brush, swirl it for 5 seconds. In the other one, you just sort of dip it and then rub it on something. Okay, the solution's going orange, but now it is oversaturated because it's fully saturated. Then you do this, swirl it on one of these, and it magically cleans your brush. I mean, yep, it seems to work just the same as the other one that I have. And because it's like a very high percentage of alcohol, it dries within a matter of minutes instead of like waiting for your brushes to dry for ages. Like, that almost feels dry straight away. Look at that. Let's do this one. It's had like grey and black and brown in there. This time around, I'm just gonna dip it instead of swirl it and see if it works just the same. And then I'm gonna flip this over and just look, it's so cool. Like, it's such a satisfying process. But that is now completely clean. It works. It absolutely works. You know what? I'm gonna try it for a bigger face brush. Let's try it with like a, oh, okay, this is disgusting. Exposing myself here, but can you see, like, there's all like powder in there. It's all gone horrible. I mean, obviously if you use this every day, you would run out of this pretty quickly because you need a little bit more for a face brush. But let's try this face brush and dip it all the way in. Okay, that's just absorbed all of it, and I think I still have not even got to the middle. So for face brushes, you're obviously going to need a little bit more. Again, that's just absorbed all of it. So then let's take it on my little cotton pad. Ew, oh my god, that is so disgusting. Maybe this is why they suggest you use kitchen roll, because I'm like, is that gonna come out? I don't know about that one. Okay, yeah, I definitely should have used kitchen roll for these bigger brushes. It's definitely getting there though. I have a feeling for a brush this dirty, you may need a couple of dips. Actually, that's done a pretty good job. You can still see a little bit of stainage, so let's just give it another dip just to make sure it's totally clean. These are the kind of things that are used by makeup artists, like if you're obviously doing eyeshadow on a client, or you want to quickly clean off one of your brushes, because it's the alcohol, it kills the germs, but then it also makes it look perfectly clean as well. There we go. I mean, it's a little bit wet still, but that will dry quickly, I'm sure. Ta-da! Yeah, It absolutely works. Does what it says on the tin. I'm very impressed. I'll just put on a bit of my tinted lip balm. The final thing that I'm going to be testing is the Rose and Caramel Purity XL 60-second self-tan remover. This blew up on TikTok, and the reason being is because they would take a big old chunk of this stuff, which looks like this. It looks really weird. It's like this grey jelly sort of stuff. They would take a big old chunk of this, put it on their skin on top of some self-tan, leave it for 60 seconds, wipe it off, and there would be like a missing gap of where they put this. I don't know. There must be something in there that's pretty strong that it can strip fake tan. They're always doing deals on this on the TikTok shop. I think full price it's $29.99. I got sent this in a PR package a good few months ago. So let's see what I thought of this. Let's cut to me in my bikini. Right, welcome to my bathroom. The current status of my tan is like fading. It's been on for about a week and a half. It's gone quite patchy, like on my stomach. I feel like it looks like it's gathering here because my bikini's like pinching me together. But on my arms, it's kind of faded like on the tops of them and underneath, but not on this bit. And then I've got like some dodgy patch on my wrist from where I've like added extra tan onto my hands throughout the week where it's faded, and I've like not blended it properly. I have used this twice already, and this is how much I've got left. So, you know, I'd say there's still 3/4 of the tub left. It's got like a sweet, maybe slightly citrusy smell, but it also does smell a little bit like on the chemically side as well. I was convinced the first time I used this that it had some kind of bleach in it because not only did it do a pretty good job, it also kind of stung my skin. So that is one thing. Like, I do have quite sensitive skin, and I get eczema on like the inner parts of my arms, which at the moment is doing pretty well. Just a warning, if you have sensitive skin, it does sting. Well, it does sting on my sensitive skin, so just be careful. I'm gonna take like this much, and let's just put it in like a random circle here. Oh, maybe I should do a lot hard. Okay, no, I tried doing it a lot hard. I've really messed it up now. The thing is, on TikTok, they apply like a massive blob of it on their arm and then wipe it away. But if you do that, you're going to be using up so much product. So let's do like a stripe down the center of my arm here. The first couple times I used this, I actually just took like a big blob of it and rubbed it all into my body, because it does have these little like micro, feels like little like grains of sugar or something in here, like tiny little grains of something that's quite scratchy and exfoliating. I just sort of massaged it all over my body and then waited and then rinsed it off, which I'm sure helped because you're sort of like scrubbing as you're applying. So let's see if you can get off this like horrible patch here. So I've just applied it like all round my wrist, and now we wait. 2, 1, let's wipe it off. So I'm literally just gonna like swipe it across. Look, it's literally left a patch. That is pretty impressive, right? So let's try this wrist. Yeah, it literally just comes off. What is in this? Because I am concerned. Okay, let's do this part of my arm. Maybe there's not actually that much tan left on my arms. I'm gonna take what is left on that and just sort of try and do my whole arm with it by just sort of scrubbing. I mean, it is coming right off. Look, you can see the difference between the top of my arm and the bottom. You definitely don't need to use the full amount in order for it to scrub off your tan. I don't know if you can see this area has gone a little bit red. Like I said, if you do have sensitive skin, it is a bit more on the irritating side, so that's the only thing that I don't like about it. And after that, I still have loads left, so overall, it definitely works. So, I mean, they were not lying in the ads. It works either way, like a thin layer, thick layer, it worked for me. Okay guys, so that is it from me in this video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, if you like this kind of content and you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you. I still have that 50-50 split of subscribers and non-subscribers, so if you see me quite often and you watch my videos quite often, please subscribe. That would be great. Let me know down below, is there anything else that you want me to test that you've seen loads on TikTok? Thank you again to Regal Rose for sponsoring the first part of this video. If you guys want to check out their jewellery, I will leave the link down below. I hope you guys are really good, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!